Welcome to Lit Vibes Only, where we lit the shit out of books we love and hate. I'm Amanda, the insightful thrill seeker and historical fiction nerd.
And I'm Kelsey, the unhinged, diehard romantic and fantasy reader. Welcome to our episode.
Happy last Monday of
Holy
2025.
crap. Oh, God. Before we get into that, I want to lead you to our socials and not
Show them the
forget
way.
the yellow brick road that
Yes.
leads you to.
Can you tell we just watched Wicked?
Okay, you can find us on Instagram at livevibesonly_podcast and on TikTok and YouTube at Live Vibes Only Podcast. We love hanging out with you over there. We make a ton of content and want you to see it. So come on over.
Come on over. Yes.
There
Come
you
hang
go.
out, follow, comment, subscribe. And then if they really love us, Kelsey, what else should they do?
They need to go write us a rating and review. They need to
Right.
rate and review us.
They need to write us a You need to rate and write a review.
Yeah, they get it. It's same,
Yes.
same.
Yeah, same thing. Basically, go show us some love on our podcast platforms, please.
Thank you.
We would really appreciate it. It's not too late to give us a belated Christmas present.
Ooh, yeah. It's not that belated.
It's not that
basically
belated.
Christmas.
It's just like a couple days after. So we're still in that holiday season. So yeah, hit that 5-star rating. If you got extra time, write us a review on Apple or write a comment on this episode on Spotify and make our holiday season a little merrier.
You know, it would be cool to see because we are going to be sharing our goals for 2026. You could share with us your goals in the comments.
Yeah,
So definitely
easy
do that.
peasy. Like we're giving you instructions. It's so scaffolded. We're such good teachers. We're telling you exactly what to do. Just drop a line and tell us what your reading goals are for next year, which we will be talking about later in this episode.
If we were really scaffolding, we would add sentence stems for them.
I feel like it depends on grade level. I think because they're adults.
My reading goal for 2026 is
blank. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're so glad you're here. And Kelsey and I are just like fresh off of a super fun night because
I'm tired.
It was a late night. I didn't get home until 11:30, I think, because the movie ended at 11. But we watched Wicked for good. And it was amazing. I just dropped a little vlog of our little evening together. So
I haven't seen it yet.
yeah, I literally just dropped it this morning. One more reason why you should be following us on our socials. Granted, this is going to come out like weeks after I've dropped it, but you can go back and find that video on Instagram and TikTok. But it was great. Both Kelsey and I have seen the musical.
Yes.
I saw it back in 2007 when I was studying theater in London. So I got to see it in the West End, which was super cool.
How cool.
Just like such a transformative experience. And I mentioned this in the TikTok video that as soon as I got back to the States, I immediately went out and bought the sheet music for it so I could play the songs on the piano.
Yeah.
And listen to the soundtrack on repeat. And yeah, it was great. I think the only thing I didn't like, and Kelsey, we were talking about this, I didn't really particularly care for some of the new songs.
Oh yeah,
that they
I did
added.
not. The other one, the first one that Alphabet sings with the animals. That's a new one, right? I've never heard.
I believe so. Yeah,
it's not Wonderful. It's called something.
No, it's
else.
not. Yeah, Wonderful.
But or It Feels Like Home or something like that.
Yeah.
That one was okay to me, but then
the bubble,
popped my bubble.
Yes,
I'm like, why are we
so
weird? No, thank you.
Yeah.
But whatever. She did a great job singing it. But yes, I was not a fan of that particular song.
I know. And it was clear that they just needed to like flesh out the second act to make it into a full length movie. But I still enjoyed it. I still loved it. As Long As You're Mine is one of my favorite songs. And it just got me. So good. And I will say the other thing that I love about this movie and the first one, I think I might have mentioned this before, is I am obsessed with costuming. Like I worked in my costume shop in college when I was studying theater. I was like the student costume shop manager my senior year. And so I'm always like just really, what is the word I'm looking for? Honed in on the costumes and like really paying close attention. And they're just absolutely just like luscious, exquisite, vibrant, the textures, the colors, it's so good. The tailoring, it's just like eye candy.
How about when Fierra's a scarecrow?
That's more like CGI than costuming.
It was so interesting to see him like that. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. That was fun.
It was good. And I will also say, like, on a slightly different note, as a Black woman, I love the fact that Cynthia was cast in this role, but it was also so great to see that she was the one that Fiyero chose, because I feel like a lot of times, especially as Black women, we can often be seen as undesirable and unattractive. And so for her to have that moment with him, I mean, throughout both movies, but especially in the second movie, and to see that she was the one that was chosen and she was the one that was seen as beautiful inside and out, like really hit home for me as a Black woman. I was like, yeah, I want to see that more in films versus just like the Black girlfriend side character who's cheering on the white girl who's got the guy and is the main character, the romantic lead. Yeah. So I loved that so much.
Yeah. I do feel like, thinking about that, like the ending was definitely geared towards this happy ending.
Oh, it was.
And that's not the reality of the musical or book, or I believe.
No, the book is dark. The book is dark and sad and awful.
Did you read the book?
No, I think we talked about this a while ago, maybe not on the podcast, but in person. I remember I watched the musical, was so taken, realized it was a book because I didn't realize that beforehand. Went and grabbed the book, started reading. I was like, oh my God, what is this? It's a pretty dense read as well. Yeah. And I just was not in the right place to read it. I feel like now that I'm older, I might appreciate it more, but I haven't read the books in their entirety. No.
And I would say too that those books, it's a series. It's not just a one-off.
Yeah. No. Like, there's several. Yeah.
So I have no idea like how many books there are, and also where the story goes.
Yeah. I think there's 3. I do know in one of them it follows, is it Elphaba's child? Because one of them's called like Son of a Witch, I think. Yeah.
So like again, and listeners, or who?
What was that?
Who does she have a child with?
Maybe Fiyero. I don't know. Honestly, listeners, please take all of this with a massive grain of salt, because I have not read the books, and I'm just spitballing off of random things I've seen here and there. At one point, I have read through the synopsis of the book for the first one a couple of times, but that was like in passing, so I don't really know the details. But I've heard that they're good. Like it's a really good story, and it's dark and twisted and complex. I just I haven't read them. So
yeah, me neither.
Yeah. And I think this reminds me of my whole conundrum where if I watch a movie that is based on a book, I cannot then go back and read the book. Like my brain just hates it. It's just no. And I think that with Wicked, if I had read the book first and then watched Wicked, it would have been, I think, fine. But once I watched Wicked and got in my head, like, this is what Wicked is, this kind of lighthearted, in some ways, musical, I can't go the other way. Like, it's my brain is just so resistant.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So I think that's why I just had a really hard time getting into it as well. And that happened also with, not to go off on a tangent too much, but that happened with Lord of the Rings too. I remember watching the first movie and I was like, oh my God, ran out and got the book and I was like, I can't do this.
It's the move. And okay, the books are so dense.
They're so dense.
Is almost nothing like the books.
Yeah.
It's like, the main plot points. Yes. But they skip over so many things. And I was like, but when did they get to the house? And it was just like at the very beginning of when the hobbits are all there. And the way the hobbits come together is different. And I was like, what the fuck?
It just throws me because I'm constantly comparing the two. When they don't line up, it just like messes with my head.
Yes.
And I read The Hobbit before I watched the movie. And that was like fine. Cause I was like, okay, like I read it. And I remember, I think I had to read it for school in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, it's really hard for me to go the other way. I don't know if other listeners, if you guys, some of you are like that as well, but
is.
I really struggle with that. And it's why I have never read the first Hunger Games, because I watched the movie first, realized it was based on a book, couldn't read the first one, but then I read the rest of them. Yeah.
So you've never read the first book?
I never read the first book in the series. I know.
I don't remember when I read The Hunger Games.
Was it after? It must have been after you'd seen the movie, though, because
no, I don't know.
Because
I've read all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I can't go the other way. But that also reminds me, last thing I'll say before we get to our current reads.
Yeah.
When we were at the movies last night, one of the trailers is for Wuthering Heights.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like, Kelsey, you and I, we need to do an episode on that. Yeah, for sure. But you have to read it first.
Yes, I have to read it first.
It's really good. It's so dark and broody and gothic. I remember, I think I read it after college, actually, like randomly got it from the library and was not expecting to like it as much as I did, for sure. Okay. So we'll have to. So stay tuned, listeners.
Yeah.
We might do
I was telling you that I loved Jane Eyre. And did you say it was the same author, or we're not sure?
No, I'm going to look it up. It's one of the Bronte sisters. So Wuthering Heights is Emily. Did Emily also do Jane Eyre? Or is that? Oh my gosh, this is horrible. I also hate Jane Eyre. So this is.
You do?
I thought we talked about this.
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. Jane Eyre is Charlotte. And Wuthering Heights is Emily. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I did not like Jane Eyre. God. Like, here's the thing. The story itself, I enjoy, right? Like the plot, I enjoy. The problem with Jane Eyre is that Charlotte spends insane amounts of time just describing stupid stuff. Like she'll spend 8 pages describing like the British countryside and like the blades of grass. I'm like, I don't care. This is boring. Please skip to the next good part. So like the actual plot itself and the story it tells, love that. There's just so much kind of downtime. And especially as an ADHD high schooler, it was really hard for me to stay engaged. But I do like the plot itself.
Okay.
And I love Wuthering Heights.
Okay. They sound similar.
They're the same genre. Yeah. So like that kind of gothic novel. You also should read, if you liked Jane Eyre and those kind of gothic romances. Yeah. You should read Rebecca.
It's just called Rebecca.
Yeah, it's just called Rebecca. It's by, what is it? I think it's Daphne du Maurier. I think that's how you say her name. Okay. I think you'd really like it.
All right.
It's great. Yeah. Anyhow, God, we could talk forever about all of this, but yes, saw Wicked, loved it.
In general, 5 stars for Wicked. Loved it.
5 stars for Wicked.
Especially, oh my God, I don't even know this actor's name, but the hot guy.
Jonathan Bailey? Jonathan Bailey.
What's his name?
Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan Bailey. Okay.
Jonathan Bailey. Who was voted most sexiest man alive.
Yes.
He's voted sexiest man alive this year. And he's, God, gorgeous man.
And yes.
Anyway.
Anyhow. It was great. It's fantastic.
Yes. Just love looking at him. And I wish he sang more, actually. Like he only sang during As Long As You're Mine. I'm like, I want to hear your voice more.
Yeah. But he also, I don't think he was a singer before this, right? Like he had to train for that.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Could you imagine him just on his knees singing for you? Oh, okay. Anyhow, moving on to our current reads.
Oh yeah, what am I reading? Oh yeah,
I am currently reading. I have it right next to me, so I'm currently reading an arc. This is Beth is Dead. I'm gonna try and hold it up for folks. I'm like, which side should I hold
without the
so much glare? Beth is Dead by Katie Burnett. I did not look up how to pronounce her name. I was sent this book by Simon & Schuster actually several months ago at this point. Yeah. And it's getting released in January, so next month. And so I wanted to get it ready and get my review out there before that happens. And in a nutshell, it's a modern twist on Little Women. Yes. And yes, the book starts off with Beth being murdered. And they're a sort of dysfunctional family. Mm-hmm. And they all have motivations, right? Or motives, I should say, for killing Beth. Wow. The sisters, Lori, all of the characters from the book, the original. So it's good so far. I've just...
Even Joe?
Yeah, even Joe. So Joe is in the story. Joe is like this attention-hungry individual who's willing to do whatever it takes to get follows on her social, and she's
it's a modern take. Okay,
it's a modern take. Yes, it's happening now. And she was this an emerging author who's also trying to like build her platform. And she's been capitalizing on her I don't want, you know what? I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much, but so far I'm enjoying it. And again, one more reason why you should be on our socials so you can hear my review, get excited about this book, and get it on your bookshelves in January.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm reading.
Are there some rules? 'Cause we're new to this. Are there some rules about when you can post a video about that book?
No. So basically, once you get it from the publisher, they want you to advertise it, right? They want you to be writing reviews. They want you to be sharing about it. Obviously, you can't spoil anything. And you also I can't share this copy with anyone. Like it specifically says on the back of it, I can't share it with anyone. Yeah. So the only folks who get to read it are the folks who got sent a copy. So I feel very special. But yeah, you also can't quote the book either. Oh. So it's,
but it's like before it's out.
Correct.
Okay.
And so essentially they want people to get on Goodreads to give it that 4 or 5 star rating. So when it comes out, they can already see like, oh, this book has got whatever rating, this many people liked it, etc. But I do all my reviews, as you know, on our socials. I do video reviews and not written ones, but maybe I'll change that soon. We'll see. What are you reading?
One that you recommended to me. Blood Over Bright Haven.
Ooh, yeah.
By ML. What is the
Wong. ML Wong. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is ML.
Wong.
Okay. I was like, I know it's ML, but
something.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm almost done with it.
And we're recording these out of order because Kelsey's not done.
Yeah.
This episode is going to drop after that episode. So it's going to be weird to
hear that.
If you're
Go listen to our episode because in our timeline, I have not finished it, but in your timeline of listening to this,
we've already
recorded the episode for it.
Wild. It's recording a podcast is real weird. Real weird, y'all.
It is weird.
But yeah, I'm super excited to hear what she thinks. And I've been loving the fact that we have both been so good recently about not saying anything. Because I also recently read The Love Hypothesis, which we'll be recording for our January episodes. I did. She didn't even know. She didn't even know I was reading it. She didn't even know I finished it.
Yeah, I'm really liking. Posted a video about it, but
I posted a video that I was starting to read it. That's right. But yeah, I really like that. And you'll have to tune in next month for my review on The Love Hypothesis. But we are here today to just reflect, recap our year, the books we read, our reading goals, and new releases we're excited about for 2026, and what our reading goals are going to be for the following year as well. Yeah. How do we want to do this? We each have 5-ish books for our favorite books and then our favorite audiobooks. Do we want to go back and forth?
We can go back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's fine. Back and forth.
Do you want to start with like your first favorite book?
Okay. Yes. Oh my God. What can I say about this book? You need to read it. Definitely. Okay. One. Yeah. But also, have you not read this one yet, Amanda?
Nope. Still in actually it's in my Libby hold. I'm waiting for it to come in. Yeah.
Nice. Yes. When I said you, I meant like the audience. But also you. All My Rage by Sawa Tahir. I honestly want to run and pick up all of her other books. I think she has like some fantasy books that she's released, and I am very excited to read those because after reading this book, I just don't think she could do any wrong.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's that good. And it is a YA book too. And some people have a thing about that, but it is so well written and so well done from the perspectives of these two like teenagers. I just fell in love with this author, and you got to read it. You got to do it.
You've been talking about this book on like multiple episodes and like on social. So
originally you suggested it on one of our recs, and I can't stop talking about it.
I'm excited to read it, and
it's a really good one.
Yeah, I'm glad I like brought this book into our awareness so we can both enjoy it. It's funny because the first favorite book on my list is actually the book that Kelsey just mentioned. It's Blood Over Bright Haven by ML Wong. And this book is so interesting because, as you guys know, I am not a big fantasy reader. And this is not a romantasy. This is just like a straight fantasy. There's a little bit of romance in there, but that's not the main focus. And so for me, like to pick up a fantasy book of my own volition without being forced to, and then becoming obsessed is like very odd for me. So this is a good book. The fact that I, as a non-fantasy reader, marked this as one of my top reads, literally cannot stop thinking about it, cannot stop recommending it. It's so fantastic. And again, as I've mentioned, because I've mentioned this in a previous episode, like it does such a good job of using the fantasy genre to talk about real world issues like colonialism, sexism, racism, xenophobia, like all of these things in a way that's just so stark and compelling and makes you stop and think, oh my God, wait a minute. We do these things in our world. And, it's so good. I can't wait to talk about it with Kelsey. Or I guess I've already talked about it with Kelsey.
Can't wait for you to hear us talking about it. Wait, no, you already did.
No, they already did. Unless you skipped last week's episode, then you should definitely go back and listen to it. But yeah, literally do not have enough praise for this book. I would have given it 10 stars if I could have. And I want to read more by her. Apparently, another book that came up a lot that people recommended was the sort of, I think it's Kaigen that she wrote.
It's
like
almost I've heard of that one.
700 pages, I think. It's a pretty long book, but I think
maybe
I might
have a winter break.
Yeah, maybe over winter break, I'll dive into that tome of a novel. So yeah, my first one is Blood Over Brighthaven. Go out right now and read it and thank me later.
Yeah, cool. I won't say anything about it. But other than, I agree with your assessment around like fantasy books. For me, a good marker of a fantasy book is that it does connect to like real world issues.
Yeah, absolutely.
And shows them in a new light, in a different way for people to understand them and grasp them. Because our world is more wild than
truth is stranger than fiction, y'all. Truth is stranger than fiction. And sometimes we need fiction to see the truth. There we go. That's my little saying for today.
I love that.
Bang.
Maybe that needs to be a shirt of ours. Some merch. So my second favorite book of the year, which I think
all thanks to me. It's all thanks to me. Just
okay, calm down. I think this is the only 5-star I've given you.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. But Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yeah. There's no wrong in this book. It's so good. And so
no notes.
Yeah. Intriguing and hooks you right away. I love this book. If you haven't read this one, you need to get on board. Then go listen to our episode on it.
Yes. Yeah. Taylor Jenkins. God.
Almost all of these books that I loved this year, we have an episode on.
Yeah. Literally all of them except for 2.
Except for
just for 2. Yeah, it's funny because that was the second book on my list as well, was Atmosphere. So yeah, go out and read it. I will say this. So I've had a couple of friends who have never read Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then they read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and did not like it. And they were like, no, not for me. And I was like, look, understand, that's fine, but do not sleep on Taylor Jenkins Reid. Go and read Atmosphere instead, because you're gonna love it. It's just that good. So I would recommend, if you're someone who's on the fence about Taylor Jenkins Reid, you haven't read any of her books. I know The 7 Husbands gets a lot of attention and praise, and I personally enjoyed it, but start with Atmosphere, or maybe Daisy Jones and the Six, but Atmosphere is stunning. It's all about women in space, and there's a beautiful romance, and it's about family, both chosen and biological, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I cried. So since we both had that one, I'll skip into my next one. My next book is All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. This was one of my first reads of this year, of 2025. And this book, it's not a fast-paced book, but it's a combination of a thriller, a mystery, a romance, like I don't even know, like a drama. I don't know. It's a coming of age story. So all of those genres are so beautifully interwoven into it. And it's also one of those books where the writing is just like impeccable and delicious. Chris Whitaker knows his way around a sentence. And even if you didn't necessarily enjoy the plot, which you will, just getting to sit with his words and his like reflections on life and relationships and heartbreak and tragedy It's amazing. It's amazing. I was so happy I read this book. You won't want to speed through it because I do think you just want to sit with the story. It does have a happy-ish ending,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to destroy you. And if you like a book that destroys you, then you're going to love this one. And that's all I'll say.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Now, my third recommendation, if you just want to have fun, this is the book for you.
Have a good time. Have a raunchy good time.
Yes. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Oh my gosh. This book was so fun.
Which I'm trying to orient in time. We dropped this at the beginning of this month.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We have already recorded this episode, so we're good.
We've already recorded it. It's in the vault. You will have listened to it at the beginning of this month if you're tracking with us.
So yeah, I don't have much to say. It's just a fun book. I did like the plot. I also loved the romanticy, Amanda. And some people just might not like that aspect.
Yeah,
not
there's some spice.
saying any names, but
what was that?
Not saying any names, but it's fun. It's a fun ride.
Okay. I would agree. Kelsey had me read this book and I enjoyed the ride. I did skip over some of the smut, but like Brimstone literally just came out like last week. And I texted Kelsey this. I was at Target yesterday and they had a whole Brimstone display. And did I go over and pick up one of the books and stand there for a minute and debate whether or not to buy it? I sure did. And that is insane. That is insane. That is not me.
Amanda's learning to have fun with her books.
Okay. My books are so fun. All right.
Okay,
first of all.
sometimes.
Second of all, I do think I will probably actually read Brimstone.
Yes.
Not probably. I am going to read Brimstone.
I got it on Libby actually just recently. It came
Wait,
through
already? How is that possible? It's brand new.
Because they got a bunch of copies.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I just got it.
Oh, then I'm not gonna buy it. Then I'll just get it on Libby as well.
It's audio, so I don't know which.
Oh, gross!
one.
No, I wouldn't want to listen to that on audio.
Oh my god, I love the audio.
No, especially because like I did end up. You told me to go to socials and listen to the recording, like excerpts of the audiobook to hear his voice. I'm like, no, I can't. This is so stupid.
I know you would.
But yeah, I was shockingly surprised by the fact that it was fun and enjoyable. It's fast paced. There's adventure and fighting and mystery and vampires and fairies. So yeah, there's that.
And what are the sprites?
The sprites. Oh my gosh, Archer, the cute little fire sprite. I hope he's in the next one. He's so cute. I want a little fire sprite. Okay, my next book is. I thought it was see, my books are like not fun in that way. They're kind of like
that's what I'm telling you.
I'm like looking at my list and literally
it now.
All of them deal with like really, they're either tearjerkers or they're dealing with really occult social issues, like controversial topics. So this next one is The Reformatory by Tanan Reeve Dew. It is classified as a horror novel, but it really is about these horrible reform schools down in the deep South back in the day that boys were sent to, both black and white boys, but the black boys were often treated worse in some cases, obviously, because hello racism. And it tells the story of one of those schools. It's based on a real school, and you see just like the ways in which these boys were abused, tortured. Some of them died at these schools. And so it is not light reading. It is not fun, but you learn a lot. There's actual real historical figures that show up in the book as characters.
Oh, okay.
And it does have that kind of eerie kind of ghost. There are ghosts in it. So it does have that kind of haunted horror aspect, but it's well written and you're going to learn something while also getting to read a creepy tale. It's a win-win in my book.
Okay.
Yeah. This book needs way more hype. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. It's so good.
I also just remembered, how many favorite books do you have? Do you have a longer
list? I have a little longer list. I have a longer list, but some of them overlapped with, one of them did. And some of them are like honorable mentions that I'll speak through.
Okay. I'm going to add in here because this
is going to be such a long episode.
Funny. It's so funny because I was telling Amanda, I was like, oh yeah, I read Silver Elite this year. I was like, I don't remember what it's about. I just remembered what it's about. And yes, I did like it.
Okay. I feel like it must not have left that big of an impression on you if you're like, I totally forgot and
no, I actually
wasn't memorable.
I really liked that one. And it had some like mystery to it. And it was like, it's this woman that enters essentially the Silver Elite, but she's like part of the opposition. And so she's undercover essentially. And it's really cool. But anyway, Silver Elite by Danny
Francis.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know why I knew that. Probably because it was all over TikTok.
Yes, it was. It was.
And so because that's my
next one.
That's your next one. Okay.
Yeah.
My next one is All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby, which I also read at the beginning of last year or this year, which also is another dark, heavy, gritty, brutal novel.
This is what you do to yourself, Amanda.
This is what I do to myself. But I really love books that, peel back what is it? I don't know, the layers on our society and just dive into all the things people don't want to talk about or address or whatever. And it's a thriller crime fiction book about a serial killer in the South who's committing these crimes that clearly have a religious bent to them. And so there's a new sheriff in town. He's a black sheriff, which is like the first black sheriff in this town, which is a big deal. And obviously because it takes place in the South, because he's a black sheriff, because these crimes are happening, race and racism comes up, especially the history of racism in the South. So it's a lot. But even if you took that element out, just the serial killer and the murders that happen, because S.A. Cosby has no qualms about being gory in his descriptions and like what happens to people. So definitely makes you feel a little queasy, or me anyway. But I thought it was so well done, and he doesn't shy away from saying things that need to be said that other people might not feel comfortable saying. And I really appreciate just like the blunt honesty and his direct way of addressing what's happening in our world and what has happened or in our country. Yeah. So and then I went on to read, at this point I've now read 3 of his novels this year. I went on to read Razorblade Tears and King of Ashes, which was a release this year, 2025, and have loved all 3. So if you can stomach it, I definitely recommend.
Are they also like horror?
No, there's no horror or like supernatural element or anything like that. It really is just like they're brutal. They're brutal books. Yeah. Lots of violence.
For some reason, I thought they were more like horror books.
No.
When I see the covers. And so I would
I could see that.
Them
especially All the Sinners Bleed definitely looks like it's a horror book, I think, based on the cover, but it is not.
Yeah. Okay. I added another one.
Oh my God. It's another one of mine. Okay.
But yes, we'll get to that.
It's funny because I don't have any of Kelsey's books on my list.
Oh, funny. The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. Now, this is the only romance I was willing to put on this list.
No, actually, you have romantasy, which I feel like kind of counts.
That's like,
I know it's
just
romance, a different genre.
Just romance.
Sure.
So the reason why she was actually an author I discovered this year, Helen Huang, and she's a romance author, but she also dives into a very particular set of like identities where I believe she's Asian American. And then she also, so her books have a layer of that first. And then they also have this layer of disabilities, or like there was a woman
neurodiverse.
Yeah, there's a woman with autism in this book. And I just think she does such a great job of talking about those or expressing how those folks might feel in particular situations. And in this situation, it's like a family that expects her to be just like everybody else, even though she's not. And then also it comes with the taboo of Asian cultures, at least in the way that she describes it, around either mental illness or neurodiversity. It's not really acknowledged and swept under the rug. And that's the experience of this FMC. Yeah. And it was really well done. I liked it.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning her. I think it was during one of our Lit Rex episodes when we were talking about neurodiversity. I think she came up and was one of the books you recommended. Amazing. My next book is Dream Count by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. She wrote Americana, which is one of my all-time favorite books. She's a Nigerian author, and I think the reason why I liked this book so much is because it really just dives into the experiences of womanhood and women. And I know that's like a broad thing to say, but you know, what it looks like to mature as a woman and how that impacts our experience in the world, relationships, childbearing, female friendships, just all of there were so many times in this book where I was like texting my friends quotes from the book and I was just like, oh my gosh, this directly relates to me or to our friendship or to like my experiences as a 30-something-year-old who's trying to figure out like what I'm doing with my life, both in terms of personal relationships, romantic relationships, my work, getting older as a woman and what that means. And so even though the characters in this book are like Nigerian and Nigerian American, their experiences are in many ways universal to women. And it felt like therapy reading the book, watching them go through these trials and how they managed them and responded to them and the choices that they made. Yeah, there were so many quotes where I was like, I just need to reflect on this and how it is directly connected to me and what I can learn from it. And I did recommend it for my book club as well, because it's also a great book to discuss with a group of women. So hopefully we'll get around to reading that. But
how long is that one?
I have the book. I'm like looking at it. I'm eyeballing it. It looks like it's probably, I don't know, 360 pages. It's not super long.
Yeah. Okay.
So it'd be a good book club book for sure.
Yeah. My book club likes to stay pretty like short as well.
Yeah.
But if you think that it's like, oh, it's 416 pages.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I didn't eyeball. I also don't have my glasses on. So we're just gonna blame it on that.
But anyway, they probably would want a shorter book, but it sounded intriguing.
Yeah, it's great. It's so good.
We're always looking for books that we can like discuss as women.
Yeah.
Okay. My next one, we also did an episode on this called The Forbidden Alchemy.
Okay, I was like,
by Stacey McEwen. Yes, it's just a great book. We reached out to Stacey for an arc. Oh my God. And we so hope we get it. Oh my God.
Oh, I literally, guys, okay, I have to interject. I emailed her. I have never emailed a national bestselling author before. And I was like, she's not going to respond. She's just going to go to her spam folder and send. I was like, hey, because she commented on two of our videos. Two of our
videos.
So I was like, hi, Stacey, we love you. And I don't know if you know who we are, but you commented on our videos like that. And sent this email off into the ether and then didn't hear anything back for a couple of days. And I was like, oh, bummer. But also, yeah, obviously, like, why would she respond?
Yeah.
Then I just had this little inkling, this little like, Amanda, you should go and check the spam folder of like our email account. And sure enough,
that's
stupid Gmail sent it to spam. And like she took the time, she herself wrote us back and was like, yes, loved your video. So glad you're enjoying the book. Would be happy to send an ARC. She's like, I sent your names to the publisher so that you guys can get an ARC in the spring. I think it'll be April. My God. So Stacey, we love you.
We're dead.
We loved this book. We're so excited to get an ARC of Forsaken Prophecy. And we might, I don't know if I should say this on the podcast, but we might try and see if we can get her on the podcast. We're gonna say it. We're gonna manifest it. We're gonna manifest that she's gonna come and do an interview. But yeah, sorry. I just love that book.
We just like chill for a second.
Yeah, it's just wild. I'm like, what is our
lives?
What is our lives that an actual, real, true blue author is like? Yes. Here's some books. Okay, I'm going to try and speed through these. So I'm going to do these last two together. These are honorable mentions. The first one is Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. It's short. It's beautiful. It is. I don't read a lot of nature fiction because I'm like, I feel like it would be boring. But she did such a great job of talking about the beauty of the natural world because this takes place down near the South Pole. This family lives on an island. And it's kind of apocalyptic. Like there's a huge, as you know, climate crisis and it's reached peak levels in this book. But it's also a story about family and loss and how you live your life after loss. And there's a little bit of a mystery baked in there as well. So it combines a bunch of different things. I loved it. I cried at the end. It's going to pluck your little heartstrings. And then my other honorable mention is James by Percival Everett. Read this also at the top of 2025. And it tells the story of Huckleberry Finn, but from Jim, the enslaved man's perspective, which is why it's called James. It is so good. It is so good. This is another really short read. The way that he captures the voice of this character and brings him to life and makes him three-dimensional and complex and nuanced as he's processing life in the South as an enslaved man on the run. And you would think, oh, this is going to come across as like really dated. And so I felt like what he would have to say in this book would not feel relevant. And I was so wrong. A lot of his interactions with the white characters in the book, I'm like, oh, these interactions are still happening today. They might look slightly different, but the underlying beliefs, intentions, etc., are still there. And it was so powerful. It was so good. And I'm really happy that I found this book. And those are my top physical books from 2025.
There you go. I will quickly recap the last two I have as well. First, I have to mention Bride by Ali Hazelwood.
So gross.
It's such a fun book. I cannot get over it. And the thing that
I can't get over it either because it's horrible.
The thing that hooked me was like the very beginning, and I laughed so hard. And I was like, this book is going to be funny. So that's how I took it the whole time. But it was like when she was walking down the aisle and like they're about to kiss or something. He's like, why do you smell like that? And I was like,
so stupid. It's so stupid.
And that was my experience the entire book. Everything was just funny and it was hilarious. Anyway, then this year I went down the rabbit hole of Ali Hazelwood. So that was really fun.
I'm surprised none of her other books made it on your list.
Yeah, they're fun, but I don't know that they're 5-star reads.
I see. Okay. Fair.
And the last one that I will say is, you did not make me read this book.
I didn't, but I
heard you talking about it multiple times. And help me pronounce it, but codename Helene.
Yay. Got it.
By Ariel Lahan. We read Frozen River, right? That was the one we read for the podcast. This one was better than that one. It was so freaking good. And to know that like a woman did all of these things, like I can't wrap my brain around it. It's insane. She's a badass. And it was so cool to see her story. And also it was heart-wrenching as well because
I know
people die. People die in war and fucking sucks.
It does.
But anyway.
Yeah. I'm so glad you read it. And I'm trying to remember now why I pivoted, because I originally was going to have you read Codename Helene, and then I was like, no. And I think it was because overall I was seeing Frozen River have more traction like online and like book talk and things. And so I was like, I think it's going to appeal to more people. But in my opinion, I agree. I like Codename Helene more than Frozen River. I enjoyed them both. But the fact also, like you were saying, that it's based on real events, this real woman who did these real things. Again, truth is stranger than fiction. I'm also like obsessed with World War II history, and that's what this book is based on. Yeah.
And for me, I've never learned about the occupied territories, right? More of the occupied territories.
Yeah.
So this was like more about France and how it was for people in France to be occupied, essentially. Yes, it was wild.
That makes me want... Oh, go ahead, Torrid.
Her whole like story around having to travel to Spain to escape, like that was wild. It was like coyote situations where like people were like taking them. And it was wild.
Yeah, it's truly an insane book. She wrote her own biography.
I heard.
I think it's like either out of publication. It's really hard to get because I looked for it. It's called like was it The White Mouse or something? Because that was like one of her
I think
names.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing. And I don't know why they haven't made a movie about this woman already. Or maybe they have.
It would be really great.
I don't know.
I think maybe there was a documentary. Maybe, I have to look at it again.
Maybe. But yeah, so good. And I'm so glad that yet another one of my book recs made it on Kelsey's list. So yeah, definitely check that one out. And there was something else I wanted to say. I was like gonna interject and then I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyhow, unimportant. Okay. So then moving on to audiobooks, like our top audiobooks, as some of you might know, if you're new, you might not know. Prior to this year, I did not listen to audiobooks. I could literally count
How'd you get into
hand.
audiobooks? Amanda?
No, that's strange. It's a funny story.
Just tell people how you got into audiobooks.
Kelsey was a huge reason why I got into audiobooks. Like I was saying, prior to this podcast, prior to this year, I could count on one hand the amount of audiobooks I had listened to. And it was generally when I was driving back when I lived in New Jersey, like home to Ohio for Christmas, I had to do an audiobook.
Oh, okay.
But that's pretty much it. And then, yeah, Kelsey was just always talking about how she was listening to them. And I knew also because I'm not a great auditory processor, I was like, the only way I'm going to get better at it is if I do it more. So let's do the thing. And of course, I was also encouraged to do this because I'm like, it's going to up my book count. I can listen to this while I'm cleaning my bathroom, driving, whatever. So this is a huge shift for me to be regularly listening to audiobooks now, at least a couple a month. So I guess I think I might just go through all 5.
Okay.
And then we'll move on. So I ranted and raved about this first one on socials. It is The Favorites by Lane Fargo. It's about these ice dancers, the competitive world of ice dancing. It is drama for days. It is nonstop. The characters are voiced by different actors, which I really enjoy that when it's not just one narrator for the whole thing.
So fun.
So it just was so dynamic. And because the book has these segments that are basically a documentary, like in those chapters, right? All of the characters are being voiced by different people. I listened to several biographies, but the one that I loved the most was Finding Me by Viola Davis, who, if you're not familiar with who that is, that's really sad. But she's best known for How to Get Away with Murder, that whole TV series. Okay. And it's about her life and her struggle, quite literally, just climbed out of a really abusive, low income, just upbringing, like all the things that go along with that. Her life is insane. You're listening to each chapter, like, it couldn't get any worse. It couldn't get any worse. And they're like, oh my God, it got worse. So the fact that she got to where she is today is like truly phenomenal, incredible. So that was amazing. And also she's an amazing actress and she reads the book. And so just getting to hear her emote throughout this book was beautiful. A Calamity of Souls by David Baldacci. It is a crime fiction book set in the Deep South about this Black man who's convicted of murdering this older white couple. So this white lawyer teams up with a Black female lawyer to try and prove his innocence. So well done. Another book where we have multiple voice actors. The story itself is so compelling. You're probably seeing a theme here with the books that I recommend. Like I said, they often touch on issues in our society, social justice issues. That was beautiful. And then the last 2 recommendations are here because they're just fun and heartwarming and cozy, not my normal dark, heavy, gritty reads.
What are they?
The first is Summer Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune, which is the sequel to The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I read. And then Kelsey listened to the audiobook and was like, the audiobook is amazing. So I was like, all right, I want to listen to the sequel instead of reading the sequel. And oh my God, I laughed out loud. The children are so cute. He does all the voices and they're just
so insane to me.
The way that he does them is crazy.
But so freaking talented.
So talented.
Oh my God.
So talented. There's a book I listened to recently and I'm blanking on the name, and the person was able to also just shift their voice in so many different ways, like back to back. I'm like, how do you do that? Wild. That's insane. Yeah. So Summer Beyond the Sea. And then, oh my gosh. So Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. It is a mystery book where this 60-something-year-old grandma essentially is like out to solve a murder. She finds a dead body in her tea shop. It is heartwarming, laugh out loud funny. It will also make you cry. The characters are lovely. The mystery itself is not, it's pretty simple to figure out, in my opinion, as someone who reads a lot of them, but you're reading it for the characters and they will just worm their way. Vera's going to worm her way into your heart and you're never going to want to say goodbye. There's a sequel. Can't wait to read it or listen to it. Okay. So those are my top 5 audiobooks for this year.
Okay.
I'm loving this journey.
I'm so happy for you that you discovered these.
Thank you.
Okay. I have 4. Yes. Okay. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Oh my God. Anyone who has listened to this audiobook knows what I'm talking about. Besides Amanda, don't.
I listened to a clip of his voice.
The other thing too, side note. The other thing is when I initially start an audiobook, it's not automatic. It typically isn't automatically like, oh, it's like a little, you're getting used to the narrator. And over time, you just fall in love with his voice. It's just so good. Okay. So I'll leave it at that. Okay. How do I pronounce this word?
Patron, not Patron.
It's spelled the same way.
There's no accent mark over the O.
Oh, okay. Patron. And I listened to this, and this phrase is in the book, but it still did not click. Patron
Saints
of Nothing by Randy Ribay.
Rebuy. We both listened to this on audiobook.
It was a good one. I really liked this book.
I didn't like his voice.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't.
Oh, no, I thought it was fine.
I didn't like it, but I like the book.
Anita de Monte laughs last. No, it's like, Anita de Monte.
That's how she says it.
This is how she says it. It's such a good audiobook.
So
okay. By Xochitl Gonzalez.
Yep, so good.
Such a good audiobook. She's
so fiery. Like the narrator is so fiery and passionate. Yes. It's great.
And I think that's what she's trying to convey in the book anyway. And so it just comes off beautifully. And then Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I think he has the same narrator for all books.
I think he might.
And he does all of the voices. And it's just phenomenal. I can't get over it. There's no children in this book, but I just love talented. His books. Yeah. Love his books.
I think for me, like one of the markers of a good audiobook, especially someone who has a theater background and has done a lot of acting and done some readers theater, like I appreciate it when the narrator isn't just reading and is actually performing. And I feel like especially with Anita de Monte, like that narrator is working her ass off. Like she is fully embodying the character of Anita. And like that to me really elevates the whole book and also adds something to the book, right? Because reading and listening to a book are two different experiences. And if you're going to craft an audio for a book, I feel like it needs to embody the tone and the spirit of the book. And you have so much more space to play around with that in an audio.
Oh, absolutely.
So I love when authors really lean into that versus just like, and this happened, and now we're moving on to the next chapter. And she really leaned into that. Yay. So yeah, all of those books and audiobooks we recommend. We loved them. They're amazing. And you should check them out if you haven't already. And now we're going to talk about the books that we're looking forward to.
Are we going to talk about our goals at the end?
Yes. I think that's what we did last year.
Okay.
So yeah, books that we're looking forward to. I'll start with my first one. And these are going to be really quick. I'm not diving into them because I haven't read them. The first one is It's Not Her by Mary Kubica. I have read 4 of her books already. Every Last Lie, The Other Misses, The Good Girl, and Local Woman Missing, and enjoyed all of them. So she's a thriller author. And so I'm primarily excited because I've read a bunch of her other things and loved them. And I'm assuming I'm going to love this one too. So
great.
I'm excited to read it.
Yay. Okay. So I found this author. I really want to dive into authors I don't know yet, and more indie authors and more POC authors, because we get so flooded by all of the things on TikTok that I want to figure out how to find those other books and authors. Yeah. And that's really what our platform is about anyway. But with that being said, I found this one, Graceless Heart by Isabel Ibanez.
Okay.
And I read about it this morning and I can't remember what it's about. It's a fantasy, I know, but I'm excited about it.
Okay. So a new fantasy author of color is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Yes. Sounds great. My next one is actually on both of our lists. It's A Forsaken Prophecy. We already chatted about it. It drops in the summer. We're going to hopefully get our arcs in the spring and we'll be promoting the shit out of this book. So yeah, get excited for that. Yeah. I guess I'll do my next one since we've got that one shared, and then you go.
Did you say the author?
I didn't, because we already talked about it, but it's Stacey McEwen. I'll say it again. Yes. So Forsaken Prophecy by Stacey McEwen, who we were just ranting and raving about. And then I actually have mixed feelings about this next one on my list. Frida McFadden, I don't want to say a love-hate relationship because that's a bit strong, but her books can be pretty hit or miss. Like when she hits, she hits hard. And when she misses pretty hard. So last year, or I guess this year, she released a book right at the beginning of the year in January that I was anticipating. It was The Crash, and it was awful. I have it on my bookshelf. I need to donate it because I don't want it. And I don't know, like this book could be great or awful. It's called Dear Debbie. It's going to be her newest release. It's once again releasing in January. I think she does this like every January release thing. So I don't know. I'm hopeful that it's good. And on a side note, I just realized that I don't know how this was not on my radar, but the movie for The Housemaid is out now. And that is a Frida McFadden book that I do love. And I'm excited to see it. It's got a great cast. Okay.
Did you have me read Frida McFadden yet? It was the
you read The
one
Inmate. Yeah.
Okay.
The Cellmate. Yeah, The Inmate. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you weren't a huge fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan.
Okay.
The next one on my list, and I just don't know if I'm going to torture you with this book yet.
Oh, no.
Because it's so long. It's such a long one.
Oh, is this the sequel to When the Moon Hatched or whatever?
Yes.
I can see the author's name.
The Ballad of Fallen Dragons, which, oh my God, I can already envision like what this book is going to be about. And I love it. I'm so excited about it. By Sarah A. Parker. And so I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to torture you with it yet.
Isn't it super long?
It is a very long book.
No, thank you.
And I had to read it twice because I was like, what the fuck happened? Oh my God. But it was so good. It's so good.
I feel like we're going to make a new rule. The rule is that you only can give me one like 700 pager book a year.
That's year?
Oh my God. I don't give you any. That's more than fair. One a year.
I really thought we were going to be able to read Spark of the Everflame this year. And it's now into next year again.
Oh, because of the release date for the
burn.
Yeah.
She's still not done with the book.
Oh no. How sad. I'm so distressed. Anyhow, my next book
I'm just deciding.
Is Anatomy of...
I did not agree.
You didn't what?
I didn't agree about
what?
The rule you just made. I didn't agree to it.
You don't have to agree to it. It's a rule. So there's no, you don't agree.
No.
It just is.
This is a democracy.
Also, you can't. Yeah, it's a democracy. You can't force me to read a book. This is not a dictatorship. Anyhow,
the other way around.
My next book is Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston. She was a new author to me this year. I read First Lie Wins by her and really enjoyed it. And again, another thriller author. Most of these books on here, almost all of them are thrillers except for Forsaken Prophecy. Really loved First Lie Wins. And so I'm excited to see what else she's got up her sleeve and if she can maintain the great experience I had with First Lie Wins. So I am excited about this one.
Yay. So my next one it's coming out in May. Oh, I forgot to mention that the Ballad of Fallen Dragons comes out on my birthday. So how you doing?
What a great birthday present. Okay. That's fantastic.
Anyway, but Broken Elite, the second of Silver Elite, comes out in May. So I'm excited for that one.
Okay. All right. This next I'm curious about. Actually, this is not a thriller. This is more of a murder mystery, which I guess I can fall into the thriller category too. But it's The Ending Writes Itself. And the really cool thing about this book is that it was written by two authors. So V.E. Schwab, the author of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and Kat Clark, who I've actually never read before. They teamed up to write this book underneath the pseudonym Evelyn Clark. And so I'm really curious because you don't often get books that are written by two pretty well-known authors. And some of you will remember at the beginning of this past year, or this year, I guess I've been saying this past year, that I read You're Fatally Invited. And this book, The Ending Writes Itself, has a pretty identical premise. So it's essentially a bunch of like authors are put in this house, like are invited to this house to write an ending to this novel because the author has died and whoever writes the best ending wins, I think. And there's like this whole prize, but someone ends up murdered and they have to figure out who it is. So it's very similar. It's like a locked room mystery. So I'm hoping it is as good as or better than You're Fatally Invited because I do love a good locked room mystery. So we'll see.
That's all I have. You already told me. Okay. Talked about Forsaken.
Sweet. Then my last one, I'm super excited about this one. I've never read this author before, but it's You Did Nothing Wrong by C.G. Drews. And literally this is the blurb, like a little like excerpt from the description. It says that this book is a horror-inducing psychological suspense. I'm like, done, sold. Everything in that statement, horror, psychological suspense, right up my alley. The initial reviews are in on Goodreads, and it seems to be doing well so far. So I'm excited, and I'm always looking for new authors. So hopefully this might be a new favorite of mine. Nice. And speaking of favorite authors, I just really wanted to insert as well that thanks to Book Talk and our new book friends, I was able to get recommendations for new authors this year to check out. And I just realized there's one that should be added to this list. But Ruta Sepetys is a historical fiction author, YA mostly, that I discovered this year. Absolutely love, have read, God, 3 or 4 of her books as of today.
Wow.
S.A. Cosby, who I mentioned earlier, who's a thriller crime fiction writer, and then Jason Rekulik, who is another thriller author. All authors I discovered because of Book Talk and your recommendations. So thank you. And then I also discovered Jennifer Hillier because of you guys, who's a local PNW author. I have read, God, 5 of her books, I think, already this year. And I really just, jumped right into the deep end. So I love that this book community is doing its job and that we're able to share our favorite authors' favorite books and expand our reading. So thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Woohoo.
Woo. All right. So looking ahead, I guess we'll look at what our reading goals were for this year and what our goals are for next year. Do you want to start, Kelsey?
Yeah, my goal was 50 books and I have surpassed it by 11 books. Yay. And that's just insane to me because the year before, I think I read I've doubled what I read the year before. And it's a huge part to this podcast. And I feel very accomplished. I still think I could get 10 more books in because
a month left, over a month.
Yeah. And we have 2 breaks. So I just feel like there's a lot of reading potential happening in the next month. And so we'll see. We'll see. Are we talking about our future?
Yeah. Then what's your goal for next year?
Yeah. I think I'm going to say 60. I don't want to, because I don't know. I don't want to put more pressure on myself. I get super busy. But 60, I say. I was going to say 75, but I'm like, that'll be more of a stretch. And then, what if I just feel super stressed out about it? It's fine.
Yeah.
I want to do that to myself.
I talked about this last year, and I personally find reading goals super stressful. Yeah. I'm someone who already is prone to be anxious, and then putting this pressure, oh my God, I have to hit this goal versus I just am reading because I enjoy reading. I, as of today, which is November 23rd, have also surpassed my second reading goal. I originally set it as 50 because that's how many books I read last year. I think I read 50 something, 52 or something. Oh, really? And so I was like, okay, I'm going to underset it at 50 because I know for sure I can hit 50 because I did it last year. And so I set it at 50 and then I hit that goal by the beginning of June, I think. And I was like, okay, I still got a lot of year left. So I doubled it and reset it to 100. And so as of right now, I've read 104, currently reading my 105th book. So I think, like Kelsey was saying, we still have a month and change. So my goal is to hit 115 and get about 10 more books in there. Yeah. And then my goal for next year, I think I am going to set it for 100 because that seemed very feasible this year. And now it's nice too, because now that I've surpassed my goal and it's November 23rd, I feel like I can kind of coast for the rest of the year. It's if I read a bunch more books, great. If I don't, also fine. So I've also been spending some of my downtime now doing other things. I've been knitting and pursuing some of my other hobbies, especially now that we're inside more. So it's nice to have a bit more breathing room. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. So those are our goals. But I would say, I think overall, looking back on my year, I feel like it was a pretty strong reading year. I feel like I read a lot of books that I really enjoyed. Thanks to you, experienced a lot of books that I wouldn't have otherwise. Some of them, which I also really enjoyed, shockingly. So I'm here for it. I'm here for this journey. That's awesome. And yeah.
I was telling you right before, I was like, I'll just wait for the podcast. But I think, honestly, I don't track my books very well. I feel like there's at least maybe 3 or 4 that I've probably missed. And just because I don't, it's not a thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to put it in Goodreads. It's I have to put it in Goodreads. And so, so it doesn't feel, I feel like I've missed some books for sure, but I'm
so maybe you're at 65 instead of 61 or something. Yeah.
But, and also mid-year, my Libby, I had to restart it or something, and then it deleted half of my timeline for the year. Yeah. And so I only know from half of the year. And so that sucks.
Yeah.
So I can't look back at all of that. But the other thing too, I was going to tell you, I dove really deep into romance this year.
You did.
And There's not a lot of 5-star romance reads for me because they're just like,
Fun.
they're just like a fun one that like, I don't know. A lot of them are like 4 stars, 3 or 4 stars. And so they wouldn't end up on this list because they're like good, but not amazing. And so I think one of my goals for this coming year, 1 is to read more diverse authors. And then 2 is to read less romance. Like I'm not feeling like they're the amazing books. So I want to back off on romance a bit.
Yeah, that's fair. It's obviously I've read more romance this year than I ever have because of this podcast. And it's been fine, but for me, and I hope I don't like offend any of our romance book listeners, but it's almost like eating dessert, and I can only eat so much sugar. It's like fun and light and sweet and cutesy and happy, and those are great for me in small doses. But if I was reading majority, because I know some folks like that's their primary genre is romance, I'm just like I feel like I'd have a stomachache after.
It's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah,
it's like this fluffy, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Books. I don't know.
And they're, like I said, they're nice in moderation, especially after I've read maybe a couple of my more heavy hitting books, like, let's have a slice of cheesecake or like some cotton candy. But I just couldn't read 4, 5, 6 romance novels in a row. I think, it would. And
I think I've done that this year. And I'm like,
yeah, that's
I want more of my fantasy and like hard hitting.
Yeah. I think in terms of like broader reading goals, I think the same. I want to continue to explore diverse authors. I still want to do a better job about reading books during the Heritage Month that is being celebrated. So reading books by authors of that heritage, which I haven't been great about it. I did it for Filipino Heritage Month and that was about it.
Yeah. And I'm trying to get to, I have so many books for this November and I'm like trying to still get to, which I will over this week because it's like Thanksgiving week, but not until the end of the month. And I'm like, so annoying.
There's just like a lot of demands on our time when it comes to books. I'm like reading for the podcast. I'm reading for book club as we both are. And then I've also now had the introduction of reading ARCs as well, which I'm happy to do. And I think that's a really cool part of what we get to do as book podcasters. But then it leaves less time, for me to read.
Because y'all, we still have full ass jobs.
Yep.
If we were doing this full time, it wouldn't feel
Oh my God, that would be
amazing.
Could you imagine someday?
I know.
I
was watching this woman's vlog and she was like, I got up and I like edited some videos and then I read for 5 hours. And I was like,
okay, fine. We get it. You're living the dream. Good for you.
And we are manifesting it. We're manifesting
We are.
it.
Guys, help make our dreams come true by rating and reviewing this podcast so more folks will come find us. Tell your friends, tell your book club members, tell your neighbors, tell the folks at your coffee shop. And that's what we're aiming for. But anyhow, I think that's it for us. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm going to quickly plug our socials before we jump off. So please hop on Instagram at @litvibesonly_podcast or TikTok or YouTube, Lit Vibes Only Podcast. Let us know what your 2025 reading journey looked like, what your loves were, your top books were, what you're looking forward to next year, your reading goals. We want to hear all about it. So be sure to do that. And then, of course, like I just said, rate and review. It's still the holiday season. It's still the season of giving. It's not too late to give us a Christmas
local.
Yes, also buy local if you're buying books for the holidays. But yeah, we just appreciate, you guys being here, and we wish you a happy new year, a wonderful start to the year, and we'll see you next Monday in January.
Yeah.